Welcome in, guys, to what will be a fascinating recruitment special. We've got so many players to try and re-sign. We've got some very interesting choices to make. So, obviously, we made a statement at the end of last season that we want to improve in a few facets of the game. Let's go over the current squad that we have got retained. Fred Sutherland has played a lot more English domestic cricket, and he has been in phenomenal form. So look at his current year: 850s, 500s, 81.11 the average, 187 his highest score, 18 one-day games, 450s, an average of 38.69, but a good strike rate, and 20 over stuff, 150, 100, average of 38.71 with the highest score of 120. Chips in with the ball every now and then too, which is quite exciting stuff. We've had Finn Allen play a lot of T20 cricket as well. Like, he's played 32 games, 450s, 100. And Glenn Phillips has played 6 games T20 stuff, 350s of 48, highest score of 90. Williams, I don't know if Williams did. He played county cricket for Middlesex, got a deal, so he got 250s as well. He can show he can bat a little bit. Brilliant bowling figures, 4 fifers, obviously a real standout for them, and good to see his career developing quite nicely. So a lot of these players are not going to be available for most of the season, so yeah, we've got to have to do a lot of work in terms of recruitment. Eswood, obviously we've got him for a while. We've got Kitson and Truscott continuing their development. Let's take a look at the youth players and see what we got. Immediately someone catches my eye. We're going to have a look at Max Turner. So he's 17 years of age. Couple of nice little scores there. Couple of 50s. I think this guy will get a go, actually. Like, we're just going to look at his second elite. Oh, okay. Not bad. Not bad at all. We will pick Max Turner up. He'll be on a developmental deal for the seconds. So we've got a lot of openers at the moment. But you've got to think we've got Rutherford and probably Cooper coming back. So he'll get his time to develop quite nicely. Give him time to learn at the level against really good quality opposition. And we've got another keeper batsman in Todd Hart. So Todd Hart, a few failures, but a few decent scores there as well. We'll just have a look at his one-day stats. 34 at 28.23. And okay, we don't need any keepers at the moment, so Hart won't come through there. So that's the first part of the job done. Now I've just got to think about now who I'm going to sign from here, guys. So I'm going to make a wee cut here and think about what I'm going to say and how we're going to do it. Rightio, so we'll break up the signings up into quite a few chunks of cuts, so be expected there. So Jacob Bickerton, we'll take the punt on him. Just 3 more years of more development work, and hopefully he gets a wee bit better. Michael Ray, how did he go last season? They're still okay numbers, like he contributed 50, high score 62, 38.5. We're not talking about his batting, though. First class, 21 wickets to 35.52. That's handy enough just to have in the squad as a member. He's only 31 years of age, you got to remember. 6 for 91 is best. 9 wickets at 23.44, 1 fifer, 5 for 57. A wee bit expensive in the 20 over stuff. We'll retain Michael Ray, to say the least. We'll give him another 1-year deal. We've got Travis Muller now. So Travis Muller is an interesting one. He's sort of a hard one to probably keep, and I'll think about him at the moment. Jacob Duffy will be signed for another year. He was good in limited overs format. Obviously want to continue the development of Terry Hall, so we'll give Terry Hall a 3-year deal just so we can keep his salary in that down. We've got Fulcher. He'll definitely get another 3-year deal, showing some really good promise towards the back end of the season. We are going to move on Daryl Mitchell. So Daryl Mitchell, his career is practically for Otago. It's just to bring in experience at a valuable time. Those numbers don't say too much, but he contributed some handy runs here and there. He just filled an all-rounder spot when we were trying to develop Ajit Fulcher, and I think Ajit Fulcher's developed enough now, so we can move Daryl Mitchell on. Daryl Mitchell, to be honest, at 40,500 with those statistics, is probably asking for a wee bit too much money. So we move on to Mark Adair. Mark Adair is available for 62% of the season. I am going to re-sign him, and we're going to put a lot on Fulcher, really. Like, we want Fulcher to really take that all-rounders role and make it his own. And when Adair's there, we obviously beef up the batting and the bowling with him coming back. Marcus Taylor will get a 3-year deal, so that's pretty obvious. Yunus Yusuf probably won't be re-signed, unfortunately. Well, he can't be anyway. So we've got a very expensive Jeffrey Cox. Are you worth that salary for me? I'd say you are. I'll give you a 3-year deal just to keep your salary in check. And now we've got some veterans. Kelly will get another 1-year deal. He showed that he still had enough, just looking at statistics from last season. 250s, 100 at the first class level. May not have been too good at the 1 day and 20 over stuff, but at Plunkett Shield, obviously, we want to improve on his experience, and that for Otago with a good career record too deserves our selection. Hamish Rutherford, do we sign him again? Obviously, Hamish Rutherford could bring up 100 first class games this season if we decide to continue with him. Remarkable career for Otago. He's been very loyal for us over the years. His career is winding down a wee bit, and we'll just take a look at his current last year stats. Didn't really stand out in the first class. 1 day and 20 over, he did enough contributing there, but I think at the end of the day, if we are signing Turner, and we do have quite a few openers, well, we don't really, I will think about him at the moment. Tom Bruce was sort of fell apart a wee bit last year. I'm going to move Tom Bruce on as well. So 950s, 400s for Tom Bruce in his career. Very good first class career. 1 day was respectful, 3 50s and 100 there, and 5 50s, an average of 26. High score 97, just over 1,000 runs there for Tom Bruce. But we have to move him on, and we are going to move Rutherford on as well. We're going to sign Henry Cooper to a 1-year deal. I want to stay loyal to players though, as much as possible. So I am still thinking about re-signing some of these players and just going from there. Our budget, you got to think too, is relatively good with coaching new team and physio there. How many players have we signed there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we'd need 4 more players from there. We'll sign Hamish Rutherford for another year. Keep the budget in that down. And we'll give Tom Bruce another run. And let's lower the budget of the physio just by 10,000 so I can get pretty much Muller as well. So that's how we'll do it. I think we've got 1,000 left in the budget. And see if everyone resigns. We do get a youth player in Turner as well. So that's a pretty good pickup for us. So everyone hopefully will stay put at the club. Yeah, so what I'm going to do now, guys, is just have a look, just to see if we can pick up anything else, really. I can lower the budget of probably the physio and probably get away with it a little bit. So we've got a wee bit of money to play with, but let's see what we can come up with, eh? Okay, so we've made one signing. We haven't affected our budget at all. We've gone for a reserve overseas player because obviously we're going to have Mark Adair away for a wee bit. He's away for internationals in the Australia T20. I've gone with a young player in Ben Hayward. Not too much is known about him, but just to give him a wee bit of experience maybe from South Africa would be just a nice wee fit if we need to cover the all-round depth, because Foxcroft and Adair could be away for a while and we could have Falter injury. We don't want a long tail. We've just got to bring in that cover just in case. So that's what we'll do. We'll see if any of our old players get picked up as well. Just scroll through this list. Tickner, just scrolling through. Daryl Mitchell picked up for Central Districts. Okay, pretty good pickup. It's the only player we didn't retain. But we'll just see if anyone else is available for me, guys, and probably we'll wrap it up after this cut. Okay, so pretty much that wraps up the recruitment special. I wanted to do a lot more on that, but just with budget constraints, I've just been sensible about it. Like, I still think Cooper and Kelly had some good value. Rutherford's just there if we need an opener, obviously. Fred Sutherland, obviously, will be with New Zealand for most of the season. Got Tom Bruce back. We've got Finn Allen, Cox, Aswood, Phillips, Taylor. Turner will be on the developmental stuff, as mentioned. Foxcroft. We've got Adair, Vulture. Reserve C player in Haywood may see some action. Obviously, we'll want to see if he's a batsman or a bowler. What he prefers. We've got Hall, Kitson, Duffy, Muller, Bray, Truscott, Williams, Bickerton, and Kay. A team that is still developing a bit. Like this young crop of bowlers here, Truscott, Bickerton, Kay, and Kitson, and Hall especially. They're still getting through the years of just trying to get a wee bit better each season. But a team that should slightly improve a bit. Look out for Fulcher this season. I think he's going to add some good value. He's going to be the main all-rounder, so a big task for him. And yeah, just a good, solid experience round. I do predict we probably will struggle in the plunge yet. I just want to improve on 40 points again. We've got to build from that point, work our way up the table eventually. But I think there's enough in that team to do really well this season. So looking forward to bringing you the first Plunket Shield game, guys. Obviously, we did mention that in the previous video. So we'll get straight into it once we get the chance. So smash the like button. Hopefully you enjoyed the recruitment special. And yeah, let us know what you think. The team has still got enough potential batsmen to keep coming through. So that's good news. But let's make you think about that, and we'll see you next time.